the inflation number was expected to be sub 3% for the first time in 2 or 3 years. All the projections looked at it, and then the number printed, and it was 3.1. And you'd be like, well, if it was supposed to be 2.9, it's 3.1. Is that much of a difference? Yes. Yes, it is. Because if you extrapolate it out over a year, it's 2.4%. That could be the difference between 3% inflation and 5.4% inflation. That's dramatic. And so the market was like, whoa, immediately rates went up a quarter point. They announced the number at 7:30. Bonds were in the toilet by 7:31. And so we are now in a situation where all the things I've read in the last 24 hours are basically saying, from Fed watchers, from people at the Fed themselves, today's Fed speakers, there is no way that there's any chance the Fed cuts rates in March. They're probably not cutting at their May meeting. And they're probably not even cutting at the June meeting. And so it pushes off the point where the Fed can be like, yeah, we kind of got inflation under control, at least into that frame. Markets were preemptively moving interest rates down from 8 to 6.5, as we saw. But as the last month has shaken out, every economic number has said, not so fast. We're still a little overheated on inflation.
Exactly.
And the CPI number is driven by housing away from home, which is hotels, Airbnbs, et cetera, the biggest number. But also gas prices still higher after a large dip for a while, but still increasing again. And other food expenses. And so inflation is proving to be much harder to corral than the Fed estimated. And so we probably have to have at least these same rates, if not higher, for longer, which the Fed kind of said a year ago. So the market got ahead, I think, of the Fed in believing, they're going to be cutting sooner than they think. Maybe not. Maybe the Fed was right a year ago when they said higher for longer.
Well, I think, just keeping things in perspective, and I agree with you, the difference between 3.1 and 2.9 or 2.8 is big, and over time. And but I do also want to add that one of the things that is causing inflation to stay at that sticky 3+ number,
right,
is the cost of housing. Housing is like probably the number one reason why inflation isn't coming down more, because we've had some food staples come down, but they're, like we mentioned, they're still higher than we used to pay.
Oh, well,
right?
For sure. And not only that, Larry, they're not coming back down. Like, look, you
They're not
used to
coming.
go,
Yeah, that's true.
right. I mean, before,
they're not going up.